Chemistry and you are watching Chem Science.
In our earlier videos, we have already learnt about the electrolysis of molten and aqueous salts, and we have also seen the electro-refining of copper. So in this video, we'll go ahead with electroplating and then how to write half equations for such processes. We have already learnt that in such an electrolytic cell, the positive electrode is called anode and the negative electrode is called cathode, and also the electrons flows from anode to the positive terminal and from the negative terminal to the battery to the cathode. So in this case, we can see that the electrons flow in this direction from anode to cathode, and then the electrolyte, the ions move to the electrodes of the opposite charge. So if a negative ion is present, it's going to move towards anode, which is positively charged, and the positively charged ion is going to move towards the cathode, which is negatively charged electrode. And this basic concept is necessary to learn all the electrolytic processes. So now let's go ahead with the electroplating process. Now, as the name indicates, plating is the coating of one metal on any other substance, maybe a metal or any other device. So with the help of electrolysis, if we are doing this process of plating, this is called electroplating, and this is generally done because there are various uses. If we want an article to look better, have a better look, then also this is done. It's also done to protect it from the corrosion. Protection from corrosion also is one of the use of electroplating. Coloring of any substance with some metal with some color, it's also another use. So there are few uses of electroplating, and let's see one of the example of electroplating here. Now we also know that this part of the battery is negatively charged and the other part is the positively charged terminal of the battery. So this shows that whatever electrode attached here will be cathode, and the electrode attached on the positively charged terminal of a battery is called anode. And here we also know that the deposition of a positive ion, that is metal, will occur on cathode. So if we want an electroplating of a metal on any substance, the substance has to be made cathode. Now for example, if we take here a spoon, if we want to coat a spoon with the silver metal, so what we have to do is make the substance, that is the spoon, as a cathode. And if we want to coat it with silver metal, then the silver metal has to be made as an electrode on the anode terminal, that is the positive terminal of the battery. So this is silver metal, and the substance to be coated has to be made cathode. So this is what we need to take care. Now any electrolyte should be containing the silver salt, that is silver ion should be present in the electrolyte. So any soluble salt of silver, that is silver nitrate, will also do, and that can be used as an electrolyte. Now on passing the electricity and the process is started, we know that the positive ion, that is the silver ion, is going to deposit on the cathode, and the silver atoms from the anode is going to replace in the electrolyte. So this is the process which will occur, and this is how the silver ions will be deposited on the spoon, making an coating of silver metal on it. So writing a process on the anode, the silver metal is changing into silver ion and going inside the electrolyte by losing an electron, and losing enough of electron, we know it is oxidation process. So oxidation occurs on anode. So we can write here as an aqueous because silver ions moves inside the electrolyte, and silver metal, which was solid as an anode, that has changed into silver ion. And you can also say that after some time the anode will become smaller in size because of this process. Now what is the process which is occurring at cathode? Silver ions going to accept the electrons, change into silver metal atoms and get deposited on the substance, that is spoon here. Now exception, adding of electron, is called reduction. So reduction is the process which is going to occur on cathode. So this is how the electroplating will occur. Now one more point which should be noted here is that the substance to be coated has to be fully dipped inside the electrolyte, because if only partial dipping is there, then the portion which is dipped inside the electrolyte will only get coated. So this is the main point which should be taken care, that the whole substance should be dipping inside the electrolyte. Similar process will occur in any of the electroplating process, that is any substance can be coated with any metal here with the similar process. So here suppose if we take another example, say want to coat a bangle with the gold metal. So this is gold plating. So again the substance which is to be plated has to be made cathode, so connect it with the negative terminal of the battery or the power supply, and the metal to be coated, suppose here if we have taken gold plating has to be done on the bangle, so we need to take gold metal as the anode, and here is the connection done, and any gold salt, that is maybe gold nitrate, has to be taken as the electrolyte. So again the same process is going to happen. The gold ions are going to deposit on the bangle, and the gold atoms which are present on the anode electrode is going to replace the silver ions inside the electrolyte. So again a similar process here on the substance. The coating of the metal will be taking place because the ions will accept the electrons and will change into metal atom. So let's now write the half equations at anode and cathode. At anode, the gold atom is losing the electron to change into iron. So again losing of electron to become the gold ion, and losing of electron is oxidation process. So oxidation occurs at anode, and at cathode the gold ions accepts the electron to make the gold atom which deposits on the bangle. So again adding of gaining of electron is called reduction, and reduction occurs at the cathode. So this is how the process of electroplating occurs, and this is done on various substances for various reasons. Only important point we need to remember here is that the substance to be coated has to be connected at the cathode, and the metal which has to be deposited on the substance, that metal has to be used as anode.